So here's a little bit of a story. Let me try not to flip this 4Runner over real quick. Decent shift. Very squeaky. But that's because real trucks rattle. And if you say otherwise, well, you're just incorrect. You're wrong. You're just not right. Started in second gear right there. Wow, you really... Man, some people... The fucking nerve of some people. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just getting pissed off by some of the drivers here. You know, if anybody lives in the city, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. And it's just damn annoying. Anywho. So, I've been wearing a belt for, I mean, forever. You know, for as long as I can remember. For as early as I can wear belts. I don't know, what's like the earliest age that you adopt using a belt at? I want to say 2, maybe? No, probably not 2. When do you start using belts? When you're like a mature toddler? So, I've been wearing belts my whole life incorrectly. I've been wearing belts the wrong way my entire life. I am now 20 years old, coming up on 21. And ever since I picked up a belt before and I was small, I just found it practical to sort of spool the belt on left to right, or clockwise as opposed to counterclockwise. Because I feel like that's correct, and I hope there's somebody in the comments that's going to plead for me. But I mean, I had just assumed nobody really told me, like, hey dude, you put on your belt counterclockwise. And so I was putting my belt on clockwise. And no, it's fine. It's actually listen, it's actually far quicker to do it that way once you get used to it. And for me, there wasn't a once you get used to it sort of thing. It was just kind of, oh, I learned how to use a belt that way, and so I was just putting on my belt clockwise. Come to find out, yesterday I was sitting in the living room with my dad, my brother, and he was showing me this knife. And it's a cool knife. I've seen it before, you know, whatever. It's a knife. I like it. I was like, dude, you gotta let me borrow. Oh crap, sorry. You gotta let me borrow that thing, Pops. And then he's like, yeah, you know, whatever. We're talking about it. And so I try to put on the knife because it's not like a pocket knife. It's a small knife that has a sheath. It goes clipped onto your belt, looped over your belt, better said. And I told him, man, that's kind of impractical, don't you think? The fact that you have to, like, loop your belts the first part of the way on, put on the knife, and then continue looping your belt. And then I looked at their belts and I was like, wait, something's a little off. I can't fathom it. I've 20 years just wearing this thing incorrectly. And as of yesterday now, well, I was already looking as to how to... Sorry, there's a lot of traffic. I'm getting overwhelmed. But yeah, yesterday I was like already looking into knives because now I know I can actually carry them, and it is actually practical if you're using your belt counterclockwise. So he said, why do you have your belt backwards? To which I replied, what do you mean? Yeah, your belt's backwards. And in that moment, my entire life felt as if it was a complete fraud. Which it wasn't, but it partially did feel like that. So you guys selling flowers, and it's best not to have eye contact. That'd be messed up. I buy flowers from time to time, but you know, not every time I'm gonna buy flowers off of this dude. So there's also a lot of window cleaners here. They'll just like clean your window. They won't even ask, and then they'll like ask you for some spare change and shit. It's cool. I get it, but yep, been wearing my belt wrong the entire passage of my life. I was waiting to see if that car was going to go in, because it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm talking too much out of my ass now, so I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, I've been wearing my belt wrong my entire freaking life, and I just can't believe it. It's just not practical to go counterclockwise. Please, man, I hope there's somebody out there who's, like, I get it. My folks, I mean, at least my dad and, you know, my grandpa, may he rest in peace. They're older, you know, older people, so that, it's tradition that they have gender norms, as you call it, and the woman wears her belt as I was wearing mine for the past 20 years. So you can imagine that I felt pretty silly. Because I did feel pretty silly. Because that was pretty silly of me. Well, I feel better knowing that the entire world knows that I've been wearing my belt wrong for my entire life now, so. It's such a small thing, but it means so much to me. I'll see you guys next time.